Saint Augustine, Commentary on Psalm 85 following. I will hearken, verse 8. The prophet spoke, God spoke within in him, and the world made a noise without. Therefore, retiring for a little from the noise of the world, then turning himself back upon himself, and from himself upon him whose voice he heard within, sealing up his ears, as it were, against the tumultuous disquietude of this life, and against the soul weighed down by the corruptible body, and against the imagination that through the earthly tabernacle pressing down thinks on many things, Wisdom 9:15, he says, I will hearken what the Lord God speaks in me. And he heard what? For he shall speak peace unto his people. The voice of Christ, then, the voice of God is peace. It calls unto peace. Oh, it says, whosoever are not yet in peace, love ye peace. For what can you find better from me than peace? What is peace? Where there is no war. What is this where there is no war? When there is no contradiction, where there is no resistance, nothing to oppose. Consider if we are yet there. Consider if there is now a conflict with the devil, if all the saints and faithful ones wrestle not with the prince of demons. And how do they wrestle with him whom they see not? They wrestle with their own desires, by which he suggests unto them sins. And by not consenting to what he suggests, though they are not conquered, yet they fight. Therefore, there is not yet peace where there is fighting. Whatever we provide for our refreshment, there again we find in weariness. There again we find weariness. Are you hungry? One asks you. You answer, I am. He places food before you for your refreshment. Continue thou to use it, for you had need of it. Yet, in continuing that which you need for refreshment, therein do you find weariness. By long sitting you were tired. You rise and refreshest yourself by walking. Continue that relief, and by much walking you are wearied. Again you would sit down. Find me anything by which you are refreshed, wherein if thou continue thou dost not again become weary. What peace then is that which men have here, opposed by so many troubles, desires, wants, weariness? This is no true, no perfect peace. What will be perfect peace? This corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. 1 Corinthians 15:53. Persevere in eating much, this itself will kill you. Persevere in fasting much, by this you will die. Sit continually, being resolved not to rise up, by this you will die. Be always walking so as never to take rest, by this you will die. Watch continually, taking no sleep, by this you will die. Sleep continually, never watching, thus too you will die. When therefore death shall be swallowed up in victory, these things that shall no longer be, there will be full and eternal peace. We shall be in a city of which, brethren, when I speak I find it hard to leave off, especially when offences wax common. Who would not long for that city whence no friend goes out, whither no enemy enters, where is no tempter, no seditious person, no one dividing God's people, no one revering in the church in the service of the devil. since the prince himself of all such is cast into eternal fire, and with him those who consented unto him, and who have no will to retire from him? There shall be peace made pure in the sons of God, all loving one another, seeing one another full of God, since God shall be all in all. 1 Corinthians 15:28. We shall have God as our common object of vision, God as our common possession, God as our common peace. For whatever there is which he now gives unto us, he himself shall be unto us instead of his gifts. This will be full and perfect peace. This he speaks unto his people. This it was which he would hearken, unto who said, I will hearken what the Lord God will say unto me. For he shall speak peace unto his people, and to his saints, and unto those who turn their hearts unto him. Lo, my brethren, do ye wish that unto you should belong that peace which God utters? Turn your heart unto him, not unto me, or unto that one, or unto any man. For whatever man would turn unto himself the hearts of men, he falls with them which is better, that you fall with him unto whom you turn yourself, or that thou stand with him with whom you turn yourself. Our joy, our peace, our rest, the end of troubles is none but God. Blessed are they that turn their hearts unto me. Nevertheless, his salvation is nigh them that fear him. Verse 9. There were some even then who feared him in the Jewish people. Everywhere throughout the earth, idols were worshipped, devils were feared, not God. In that nation, God was feared. But why was he feared? In the Old Testament, he was feared, lest he should give them up to captivity, lest he should take away their land from them, lest he should destroy their vines with hail, lest he should make their wives barren, lest he should take away their children from them. For these carnal promises of God captivated their minds, which are yet were of small growth, and for these things God was feared. But he was near unto them, who even for these things feared him. The pagan prayed for land to the devil. The Jews prayed for land to God. It was the same thing which they prayed for, but not the same to whom they prayed. The latter, thou seeking what the pagan sought, yet was distinguished from the pagan, for he sought it of him who had made all things. And God, who was far from the Gentiles, was near unto them, yet he had regard even to those who were afar off, and to those who were near. As the apostle said, and he came and preached peace to you who were afar off, and to them that were near. Ephesians 2:17. Whom did he mean by those near? The Jews, because they worshipped one God. Whom by those who were afar off? The Gentiles, because they had left him by whom they were made, and worshipped things which themselves had made. For it is not in space that anyone is far from God, but in affections. Thou lovest God, you are near unto him. Thou hatest God, you are far off. You are standing in the same place, both while you are near and far off. This it was, my brethren, which the prophet had regard to, although he saw the mercy of God extending over all, yet he saw something especial and peculiar shown toward the Jews, and he says, Nevertheless, I will hearken what the Lord God shall say unto me. For he shall speak peace unto his people, and his people shall be not Judea only, but it shall be gathered together out of all nations. For he shall speak peace unto his saints, and to those who turn their hearts unto him, and to all who shall turn their hearts unto him from the whole world. Nevertheless, his salvation shall be nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in your land, that is, in that land in which the prophet was born. Greater glory shall dwell, because Christ began to be preached from thence. Thence were the apostles, and thither first they were sent. From thence were the prophets, there first was the temple, their sacrifice was made to God. There were the patriarchs, there he himself came of the seed of Abraham. There Christ was manifested, there Christ appeared, for from thence was the Virgin Mary, who bore Christ. There he walked with his feet, there he worked miracles. Thirdly, he ascribes a great honor to that nation, that when a certain Canaanite woman interrupted him, there he walked with his feet, there he worked miracles. Thirdly, he ascribes a great honor to that nation, that when a certain Canaanite woman interrupted him, praying for the healing of her daughter, he said unto her, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15:24. Seeing this, the prophet says, that glory may dwell in your land.